Okay guys, you see this? This here? And this? You see this? You know what this is? This is age. This is old age. This is me getting old. That's what it is. So I'm thinking about nuking this whole thing with laser, you know, like Jennifer Aniston, or just let it go wrinkly like Emma Thompson. So I don't know. I'm moving between those two options. But anyways, this video is not about my wrinkly old ass, but about a trick how to do DIV safely. So I mentioned this a couple of times in the Ozone group. So I came up with something that I call DIV for the Superparanoid. Now, DIV, of course, describes the direct intravenous injection of ozone-oxygen mix. And I have come up with a whole series of precautions which I think make this procedure very, very safe. And in this video here, I will give away one of them, and it pertains to the filling of the syringe. So what you need to keep in mind at all times when you do DIV and when you handle the syringe is that ozone is heavier than air. And yeah, I'm going to show you right now how this is done. So if you want to do DIV but you're super paranoid and you are very concerned about doing anything wrong, then in my opinion this is a good way to really absolutely minimize the risk of injecting air into your vein instead of ozone-oxygen mix. This is just one of the many techniques. One disclaimer. Please don't take this as medical advice. Don't take anything in this video as any type of advice on how you handle your health issues. Just keep in mind, I'm a crazy ozone lady on the internet. I'm serious about this. Yeah, be careful. So let's get to it. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how not to do it. So here we have our ozone generator. Well, it's my ozone generator. And it's hooked up to an oxygen tank. You see, this oxygen tank, it's a European one, so don't be concerned that it looks a little different than yours, and the regulator is also a little different, but it doesn't really matter. But anyway, so the bottle is turned on and it's full, as you can see, because the gauge here shows in the green area. And I'm going to open the regulator, and so I'm going to create a bit of an oxygen flow. And here, this is the Promolife Dual Cell. I've been using it more or less on a daily basis for the past 6 months. And anyway, so if you were not too concerned, and if you were not using my DIV for the Superparanoid technique, then the way you would fill a syringe is simply hooking it up here to the ozone output. Right? Okay, and then we would turn the ozone on, right? And as you can see, the pressure would just push the piston, the plunger out, and would fill the syringe. Okay? So this would be the normal way how to fill a syringe. The problem is, so let's say we're done here, that the minute you unscrew the syringe, okay, you need to flip it, right? But there is a short moment when the syringe is upside down, and whenever the syringe is upside down, and you need to keep in mind it's filled with ozone, then ozone can pour out, and when ozone is pouring out, then air will enter. So basically, I came up with a technique to prevent this. So I came up with a way to fill a syringe vertically. So, and that's the trick. So now I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so what you will need for this is this syringe filling station by Promolife. So when you buy this filling station, I think it comes like this. But for my technique, you will need another piece of silicone tubing and the opposite part of the lock. And so now what you can do now, when you hook it up to the ozone generator, to the output of the ozone generator, you see, you can hold it so that the output points downwards. And this allows you to hook up the syringe vertically. So this keeps the syringe vertical at all time, like while it's being filled, and then when you're done with filling it, it is vertical at all times. So there is not a single moment when you have to flip it from an upside down position to an upright position. So that's the trick. Okay, so let's do this from the start, step by step. So what you do first is you turn on the oxygen. I'm going to choose 1/4 liter per minute to make it a little faster. What we will do first is turn the valve so that the ozone will flow into the destructor. Okay, so the off button here has to show down. Okay, so I'm turning on the ozone generator, and now ozone is flowing through here, and it's basically flushing the line here and this piece here of the valve. Now I turn it to the side here and also allow the ozone to flush the remaining part of the valve and the filter. Now I smell a little bit of ozone, so ozone's coming out. Now I attach my syringe and I hold it vertical the whole time. As you can see, the plunger is moving down. And whenever I'm done, so let's say I'm done now, I'm closing the valve here. I'm closing the ozone generator. I'm closing my oxygen tank. Okay, and so now I have the filled syringe. And now what I can do is just unscrew it, holding it vertical the whole time. And now I can park it here, let's say, and do whatever I need to do. I can prepare the needle, I can prepare the tourniquet and my arm, and so making sure that no air entered the syringe, only pure ozone and oxygen mix. So at no point during the whole procedure was the syringe pointing downwards or even horizontal. So this is, in my opinion, how one can make absolutely sure that only pure oxygen and ozone mix enters the syringe and no air